So just forget resolutions. We're going to forget them by the end of January anyway, if you even get that far. Today I'm going to share with you a system of reaching goals that just works. I've been doing this for about 8 months now, and I'm so excited to do it for a year from beginning to end. All right, let's get into it. To do this, you're going to need a journal would work, but a big piece of paper, or even better, a dry erase board. The first thing we have to do is determine your goals. So think through the areas of your life, but keep this at a max of 5. So we're just going to do 3 here. Health, income, and work. But obviously you can add any goals that you're interested in. Maybe it's relationships, spiritual development, or books that you're going to read. These can be pretty broad for now. They will get more specific as we develop the system. So next we're going to take these goals and break them down into quarters. Now that we have our areas, we're going to write down the goals for each one. So I'm going to say hit 172 pounds. Make 30K additional and get 12 volunteers. So now that we have our categories and our goals, we're going to break this down into what we need to do each quarter. So first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Obviously that's the first 3 months, the second 3 months, third 3 months. Hopefully we know that. So I'm not going to break down each one of these for you, but what you want to do is have goals for each quarter in each of these categories. So let's just do this health one. If I'm 180 pounds and I want to get down consistently to 172 pounds, what's going to be my goal for the first 3 months of the year? So we're going to say 3 pounds. Second quarter, 3 pounds. Third quarter, 2 pounds, and maintain. That says maintain. And then fourth quarter, maintain. So hopefully you can already see why this system works. And diet is a great example because many of us want to lose weight and we want to try to do it quickly. So we might say in a couple weeks or in a month, we're going to lose 10 pounds. And even though that's possible, realistically, it's very hard to maintain that when you do it so quickly. But when you drag this out to over a year, you're developing good habits, you have a routine, and by the end of the year, it should be easy to maintain the goal that I've set. And so we would do this then for income, for work, whatever it is that we want to do. All right, let's look at the next step. So we're just going to be dealing with health still. And I know that for the first quarter, I want to lose 3 pounds. So the first quarter is the first 3 months. January, February, March. So now I need to determine what do I need to do each month? Well, 1 pound a month. And now it makes these goals even simpler when we see it. 1 pound a month, I could do that. But to lose that 1 pound and maintain it is going to take a little bit of work and discipline. So now that you've gotten this broken down into quarters and months, now you need to start to use either a journal or some kind of software, maybe Notion, something like that, so that you can look at it on a daily basis. So we're going to break this down now into weeks and to days. So for me, I'm going to be doing this in what I've designed, the Life to the Full Biblical Productivity Journal, links in the description. So here we're going to get real specific, and this is where the discipline comes into play. So let's go back again. We got health. And now we're looking at the first week of January. So I think it's realistic that that first week of January, I can lose that 1 pound. So my goal is to lose 1 pound, especially since I'll probably have some extra pounds added over the break. Again, I would do this in my journal, but this is what a day would look like. I would have 3 big goals for the day, probably 1 in each of those categories that I set at the beginning of the year. And so in terms of health, maybe what I'm doing is having 1,800 calories, no grains, and working out. And depending on you and your discipline, this could get real specific. Maybe you're going to write out the food you're going to eat for the day. Maybe you're going to write out what the workout's going to be for the day. But now you see exactly what you need to do in that day to accomplish your goal by the end of the week, to reach your goal by the end of the month and quarter, and so on. And so this is such a great reverse engineer system for reaching your goals. Now, there's one more key piece to this that is separate from everything that we've written down, and that is your attitude and your mindset. Now, to some of you, this may sound odd, but I see one of my greatest purposes in life is to glorify God and enjoy Him forever. So one of the habits I've developed is asking myself each morning when I'm looking at my goals, how can I glorify God in what I'm doing today? And for me, what that does is makes these goals not simply about me, but also my relationship with God. Because yes, God does want me to treat my body with respect. God does want me to have healthy relationships. God does want me to do the best possible work at my job. And so now my goals aren't just for me, but they become a way of showing gratitude to God. And in terms of my own mindset, I've really latched onto the idea of stop trying and just do it. Trying breeds negativity, and negativity breeds failure. I know this may seem like a really easy system, but it only works if you put it into practice. And so my question to you is, do you have goals that you want to reach in the upcoming year? If so, maybe even let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll even try to hold you accountable. And now all of this starts with a great morning routine. If you want to learn more about that, check out this video next.